What's happening, party people? I am still in the Fredericksburg, Virginia area. I left Richmond, came up here a few days ago, and I've been having some major issues with my phone. Yesterday, my phone actually went all the way down, couldn't get it back on for several hours. It had locked up, screen was black, wouldn't respond to any of the buttons. I had to let it sit until it totally died so that I could get it back up and running. But while it was down, paralyzed. Couldn't call anybody, couldn't return any text messages, couldn't go see the person I was supposed to see, couldn't go to the next location I wanted to go to. Totally locked down. I sure hope that doesn't happen again with this stupid phone. Not sure what caused it, but I'm back up and running. So, today, I'm supposed to go and check a couple things at a couple of salvage yards. I'm going to try to meet up with a few people, try to take care of Cleve and some stuff on his S70 and his wife's C70. Cleve said he wants one of those braces off the bottom of one of those C70s, so I'm going to try to go get one of them out of the salvage yard. We'll probably be here tomorrow, then hit the road. Hey, I went through this before, going through it again. People not having their parts. Man, we've talked about doing stuff to your car for months. Why, when I get to your location, you ain't got parts? I can't sit here, order parts, and sit a day or two or three or four waiting for parts to arrive. That is expensive. Nobody wants to pay for me to sit in a hotel for 2 or 3 or 4 days. $150 a day. Right now I'm losing money. People ain't got their parts. Not really losing money, it's costing me money. They don't want to pay for me to sit in a hotel, so I'm out trying to find ways to pay for my hotel visit. Went to the junkyard, got a few parts. Hopefully I'll sell those parts reimbursed. Hey, I think I'm just gonna have to start just bolting. I get there, you ain't got your parts, see you later. I mean, some of these people I'm talking to, they have been waiting for me to arrive in this area for 4 or 5 months. Supposed to be here in April. This is August. You still don't have your parts? What am I supposed to do? If you want me to do this work when I get here, you gotta have your parts. I always announce my travel plans. I've been talking about coming to Virginia for 3 or 4 weeks. 3 or 4 weeks, get your parts, man. Come on. So, anyway, I'm gonna leave this area within the next 2 days. Going back home to deliver a car that I picked up here in Alexandria. Then I'm headed to Springfield, Missouri. After I get done there, I'm probably going to go through Arkansas, take care of a couple things there. But oh my gosh, people, get your parts, man. You know, it's tough. A day or two ago, went to go help my niece. She wanted to buy a Chevrolet Impala Super Sport. She didn't feel comfortable with anybody else going with her. She lives in Pittsburgh, so I went towards Pittsburgh, picked her up, traveled over to Patterson, New Jersey, right next to Passaic. Looked at this car, didn't even test drive. Car was a freaking mess. The bad thing about it is, I went to unscrew the radiator cap. While I was unscrewing the cap, I heard this vacuum suck air from the radiator back to the coolant reservoir. Took the cap off, looked down in the cap. It had head gasket fixed in a bottle in the cap. Do you want to buy a performance car that's hard to find with a bad head gasket that somebody patched up with some radiator fix? She did not, so drove back. I left the hotel at 5:50, got back to the hotel at after midnight, like 12:30 at midnight. So I was gone over 21 hours dealing with that for nothing. Cost her money, cost me money, cost my brother-in-law time. Just a mess. So I'm probably going to make a video or two telling people what to look for when buying a car. I thought I already had one of those videos posted. I looked for it, couldn't find it this morning, so I'm going to do that. Now, truth be told, I have never test drove a car that I've purchased and owned and registered. I am nearly 60 years old, have owned probably a dozen or more cars registered to my name, never test drove one of them. It's just not that necessary if you know what you want. I did test drive one that I almost purchased, and that was that Cressida, one of the first cars I ever tried to purchase. Didn't go through with the purchase on that. However, I've test drove cars for other people, test drove cars for Diane, but man, it's a little overrated. So I'm gonna go ahead and make these videos, put them out there. Hopefully they'll help some people, especially my viewers. So anyway, that's where I'm at in the Richmond, Virginia area. If we were supposed to get together, have a meet and greet, please let me know. I was looking for a message from a guy. I think he works at a dealership around here. Couldn't find a message. Supposed to get together, holler at him. It's just, man, hard to find some of these messages. Even after you text me, I searched the text messages, can't find them. You know, I get dozens of messages a day. That kind of clogs up the system. I need to figure out some kind of way to schedule this stuff hard in my scheduler so that I can't lose and overlook this stuff. So hey, if you're watching today, go ahead and hit me up. I've had things crashing on my phone trying to post my videos and stuff, so I hadn't had a video post in a couple of days. Hopefully this one will post without too much trouble, and then we'll get back on track with posting them daily. So anyway, here I am. Holler at your boy. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert. That's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Here I go, folks. Back to the yard. Just got to grab a little plug, maybe switch. Nice out here today. Sure you hear the breeze. Not sure where the new ones fall, but I'm on the move today. Got to move up to Fredericksburg. Woo woo. Help Cleve for a day or two. So we'll see how my move goes. Like a little move every time I move from one town to the next. Loading up that car, rearranging things, cleaning it out. Somebody was asking me about seat bottoms. Man, those should be easy to find in the junkyard. This is a 3970. That's a dark interior. Yep, black interior. Let's see what the next one is. You got that oak, then you have that taupe color. So, doing good. How about you, man? Dude had his vice grip hammer out. Nothing like the proper use for the tool for the task at hand. Heck, I'm always hammering something with a different kind of tool, because I rarely take a hammer with me. I got two with me this trip. Look like they dropping cars down there. Glad they didn't rip up this 960. Deep. 960s are not common junkyard cars. Oh man, this one's locked. But it does have that antenna switch I need. So I gotta get in here. Well, don't look locked, even though the door wouldn't open. Man, I've never seen a 960 interior like this before. This is rough. Let me get the switches out, show you guys something. My recent experience is the different plugs have the same keyed position. So here's like a gray plug on this antenna. That gray plug will probably have the same key as this gray plug over here. And any yellow connector has the same key on any other yellow connector. So if you got some kind of connector and you need a keyed adapter for it, if you find the same color, it'll likely be keyed the same way. Even though this gray plug is keyed the same way, it does not have the same number of wires as I need for the switch. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this, get out of here. None of these other ones are gray. Putting in the new rows down there, I should check the inventory, but I don't have time for messing around today. Not on the move day. Back here with this 850R, getting ready to put the antenna switch in. I do not recall properly identifying this wire on this wire harness in my video, so I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to also replace the light bulb and the light bulb holder. The light bulbs that I have are no good, and get this cracking. This wire harness has numbers on it. This is 1. I assume the next one's 2. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 openings. This number 3 opening has got a number 3 on it, and that's the wire that powers the antenna. So you want to clip and splice into that wire, regardless of what color it is. Now, it is the big harness on the back of the radio, and if you unplug it, of course you'll need the radio code, which I do not have, but I know ways around that. Anyway, let me get spliced into that one. The only spot open on this 850 is right next to the tracks light, so I'm going to put the switch there, and I'm going to tap into the lights on the tracks light. The pink and the black controls the lighting. Got my little packet of light bulbs, replaced the bulb for the switch. Now we got good light bulb in there. We're going to plug it in. I already tested it, I know it works, but we'll go ahead and show you that it works. Here we go, folks. Turn the car on accessory. The radio's asking for a code, and the antenna is up. We're going to throw this switch and watch that antenna go down. And the radio is still on. We are good to go. I'm going to close this up and move on. Here we are, folks, with Mr. Cleve's S70 T5. We're going to be dropping a tune in on this. This is the car that was driving me nuts with that cruise control. Here's his wife's. I think it's an 01 C70. Mirror lost the glass, and it's supposed to be making some noise with the power steering. So we're going to take this thing for a little test drive. Not sure if I showed you guys this. A buggy beds, mosquito repellent band. Supposed to be safe for children. That would cover me. Plant-based, one size fits all. Tried this the other day. They were still getting near me, but I don't think I got bit. So I'm going to put this thing on my wrist or ankle and see how it works. If you have a P80 car with this square power steering pump on it, you want to use this green stuff for the power steering fluid. So that's what I'm servicing this 2001 C70 with. Top this power steering reservoir off with that CHF 202 stuff. That's what my mechanic recommends when you have these square power steering pumps on these P80 cars. Let's start it up, see if it quieted this down. Take it for a drive, see if the noise is gone or if it's still there. Then we got to see if this thing's leaking. This car is all kind of crazy. It's not driven that much. Doesn't sound like the AC compressor's running, so it may need to be serviced. Got a check engine light, service light. I don't hear any noise coming from the power steering pump. When I opened this door earlier, it was just draining water out of it. So I need to make sure that the door drains are clear. I don't think I ever seen a red light there before. The heck is that all about? Oops. Both windows went down. That was interesting. Never seen that before. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Take a look. That looked like that AC compressor running. That thing's probably low. Let me get a light on that. Yep, that compressor is running. See it going on here. That drops some, not too much. Take it for a ride, see if it's still noisy. Got this mirror installed. That's good. A lot of this stuff is clogged up, sitting out here getting rained on, collecting water. Need to clean all this stuff out. Power steering is now quiet. No more noise. Very little when you turn. It was howling really bad before. So I need to drive this car around a little bit. See if this is leaking. Or see if it's just a one-time thing where it just has drained down over the months. That thing is real foamy. Not sure what that means. I was looking under the car. I thought I saw one drop from over here, then the AC was dripping. But now when I come up here, I see that reservoir, power steering reservoir dripping down there. So that needs to be replaced. That's where the leak is. It's got to be leaking somewhere. It don't use power steering fluid. Got some other stuff going on too. I think we might have a bad tire. I'm gonna check the dates on the rest of these tires. 5 years old, but it's a good tire. Good brand, Continental Sport, something other. This thing needs to be replaced, I think. It's got some bad wear. It's got some splitting in it. It's probably got a busted belt. This one back here looks good. Let me check all 4 of these tires. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.